Alright, so everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys, as it says in the title, the best knife class setup in Infinite Warfare. So straight before I get into this video, I'm just going to ask you all to leave 2 likes on this video so I don't have to fly kick your nan, alright? So 2 likes on this video will guarantee your nan's safety. With all that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright everybody, so let's jump right into this. So of course, for your weapon we have no primary because this is a knife setup, so the only thing you have is a secondary. The secondary you have is the combat knife. The next thing I have on this thing now is my lethals, and the lethal is the Bioshock knife, I think it's called, or whatever. But it's just basically the throwing knife in this game. The only thing I will say about this throwing knife though is that it does explode on contact with another person, so you may want to keep your distance of it, because there has been a few times where I've thrown it into like group 3 or 4 people, but I've been too close and I've actually died from it. The next one I have on here is actually the stun grenade, which leaves people blind and deafened, so that means they can't hear nor see you, which is also a very good thing to run. Now I like to change these up sometimes as well to different kinds of things. I like to use smoke grenades, and instead of the throwing knife I like to use the black hole grenades, because those are effective. You'll see that in the gameplay in the background as we go through this. For perks 1, 2 and 3 I'm running Ghost and Blind Eye. Blind Eye to kind of keep you off the radar on all, like, you know, stop sentry guns seeing you, stop like you know, ground-based score streaks from locking onto you and things like that, and then Ghosts to keep you off the radar full time, because, you know, the main thing of using a knife is to keep your stealth and to keep you off a radar. Now for perks 2 I am using Scavenger and I'm using Tracker. Tracker, of course, same purpose as Black Ops 3, to follow up people and to get up behind them and kill them, and Scavenger then because if you keep throwing your grenades and your tacticals, you are going to need to be able to get them back eventually. And then of course running Dead Silence, because to keep the quiet. Alright, so some of the most important things that you're going to have in any of these creative class builds that I'm going to make for you guys is going to be the payload, or the fucking specialist that you're going to end up using. The specialist, I have 2 specialists I would recommend for this build, and the first specialist I'm going to tell you I would recommend would be the Warfighter. The Warfighter, because it's got 2 good talents I like to use on it. It's got the Overdrive and it's got the Persistence, and they are both very good in their own special way. The Overdrive gives you an enhancement in speed and mobility, and you know how fast you overall move. And your Persistence is really, really good, especially if you're one of these people that like to run for the high streaks but can't ever seem to get them. Basically, whenever you die, it stops the fact of your streaks going back to 0. So let's say, for a fact, now if you're trying to get a UAV is 5 kills without dying, let's say. If you get 2 kills and die, you will still have that 200 score taken off your meter, so you will only need 3 more kills to get your UAV. I find this very handy, especially with a knife, because sometimes you can find yourself dying a lot, and it can be very irritating to play a game with no streaks. It can be. And the second combat rig that I would recommend for you guys is the FTL, or the Fatal, or whatever you guys want to call it. I like to use the FTL jump. This is basically a dash. So basically you run any kind of dashes towards somebody. This is really handy if you're in a situation, maybe on terminal, you know, the hallway. If you're running down the hallway, you see a guy pop out at the end door, and you're, let's say, roughly about halfway down the hall, you hit this dash and you will just end up right beside him, and you're like right in his face, so there's nothing that he can do to stop. And the second thing I like to use on him is the trait, which would be his power slide. I like this because it enables you to like knife while you slide, and it allows you to move like a faster slide as well. This can be very effective, especially because in Infinite Warfare I find that people don't like to use their boost jump from getting place to place. Really, it involves a lot of sprinting, and a good method for sprinting is like the jump and the slide, the jump and the slide, the jump and the slide, because it's very fast, and this then increases the speed in which you do that. So it can be very effective for getting around the map and then getting closer to your enemy, especially when they're running in front of you. That, guys, I think that's really going to be my best class setup for the combat knife. If you guys want to see some of these from maybe some of the other assault rifles, SMGs, shotgun, some classic weapons, sniper rifles maybe, just leave a like on this video, subscribe and comment, and if you want as well, hit me up on any social media. I have links to those all in the description and in the links in my channel if you want to go check that out. So with all that being said, I'm Snipez, and I'll see you all in the next video.
My whole life came crashing and I'm so lonely.